Welcome back, and I was watching racism, white supremacy, hashtag exposed, and I am new to that channel. She has a lot of good things to say, like I said, I can watch, people's channel. I may not agree with every single thing, but I can definitely, take in, some knowledge from other people. But what I noticed is, and I know this is YouTube, but they've been doing this for years. I've actually been on YouTube for years. I just didn't have a channel. I was mostly watching, hair tutorials, makeup tutorials, and things like that. And I was introduced to the dark side of YouTube. I kind of pulled myself out of the YouTube vortex. And one thing that I did notice while I was in that vortex were there are a lot of fuckboy fantastics on YouTube, and this is one of them. So this will be the first in my series of fuckboy fantastic. Now, something that they say and do on social media and put out to the public has to qualify them as a fuckboy. And the thing that this guy who calls himself Madbusdriverx does, besides having this dumb ass helmet on looking creepy as hell, is he pushes and promotes interracial dating with black men and white women mostly, but he does also promote black men with other groups of women, which personally I have no problem with. If that makes you happy, I'm happy for you. Kudos to you, bitch. If you are, happy in your interracial relationship and that's the way you choose to go. What really makes him bitch made is that he does not just promote saying, these are relationships where, they happen to meet. They happen to be of different races. They got married. They're raising a family. They're doing things in their community. They are uplifting, people within black communities, uplifting and teaching people in the non-black communities. And, they're raising, their family to understand the world, and that includes white supremacy, the nation, how it began, and the truth, really putting the truth out there. No, that's not what this is about. It's not even about the ups and downs of a marriage or relationship that they're putting out there to the public to see, what goes on. No, this guy, fuckboy fantastic, wants to talk about black women. That's the problem. If you have hopped the fence, in my personal opinion, I don't even have an issue with you talking about black issues and how they affect you as a black person. Like, there's a lot of pro-black people who say, once you hop that fence, shut the fuck up. Don't talk about black issues. You are not invited into the black community. You are extricated. You're done. That's it. Nobody wants to see your black ass over here in our issues. You've already made your choice. They cut you off. They cut your lifeline off to the black community. But me, if you want to talk about, if you're going to hop the fence and you want to talk about things that you're going through, I'm not going to have that much sympathy for you if it's brought on by your relationship, because you should have known what you were going to be getting into by getting into a relationship like that. You have to understand the pros and cons. But when you get over there and then you turn your ass around and start firing shots at the very women that made you, then that's where the problem comes in. It's, they like to, this fuckboy fantastic here, like to make you believe that, as in this case, because I did a video about Tyrese, which explains the issues that black women had with Tyrese. And the title of this is Black Women Hating on Tyrese Gibbons for Non-Black Wife, but we love Serena Williams with a white man, which is bullshit. A black woman's problem with Tyrese is that he was putting out a lot of, pro-black information on social media. And then he goes and gets a woman who does not identify herself as black. She identifies herself as Hispanic. Her father is white. He is like a German, but he was from Jamaica. So she has no Jamaican blood in her as far as black blood. On her mother's side, it could be, I guess she's Ecuadorian and African American. I'm not sure how that mix is. I didn't really do any research into that, but she does not identify as black, no matter if there was a black person in her family tree. And he called her his black queen, which really exposed to me that there's something going on internally with him, that, he's basically lying to himself. Everyone is trying to tell him she is not black. Stop playing yourself. And it's something within him. He knows that, he's been trying to get the support of black women. Black women have been supporting him, and he would be nowhere without them. And he does not want to lose the money coming in from black women. So he thought he could put that out there. He thought because this woman puts tanner on her skin or whatever she does, that he could slip that in there, because they've been doing it for a very long time, trying to pass biracial women and very ambiguous looking women off as black to try and replace black women. So he thought he could fully go there, and he got checked and shown that he can't. So black women were not mad because of who he married. They were mad because he called a woman who does not even identify as black his black queen. And that was disrespectful to black women, because that is trying to rewrite what a black woman is. They are trying to take away the identity of black women and place it on someone else who is not black. That was the disrespect, and that's where all that came from. As far as Serena Williams, I have no problem with who she's marrying either. She has been with black men. None of them put a ring on her finger. This man stepped up to the plate and offered marriage before the baby. And she's a grown woman, and that's her business. And she did not call him her black king. So there is no comparing the two. That's just more bullshit propaganda because of this agenda. Now, moving on, you can see the titles here. Pregnant white girl by black guy tells the world she wants the end of white men. Now, that goes more towards even the MGTOW movement. The infighting between white men and white women have been going on for a long time. They really cannot stand each other. And they do these little things to get back at each other. It's been going on since the inception of this country, if not before, where white women, they started the feminism and they wanted to be equal to the man so they can do what they want to do. And if a white woman is trying to rub the fact that she is pregnant or she sleeps with black men in the face of a white man, it's because she has some type of hurt, pain, or something went on with her and her men. So the black man that she is sleeping with, pregnant by, she really has no love. She really has no feeling towards him. She actually used him for sex, or to make her parents mad, or to make white men mad, because deep down inside she really wanted that white man, but she may be hurt or scarred, or she just wants to pass it out like coupons, whatever the issue is. And basically he looks at the video of this woman. She's rubbing on her stomach, saying she's going to end white men. And he reduces himself down to a slave almost. When the white woman comes on the video, because he'll show himself in the corner with that ridiculous ass helmet on, and then he'll show these white women saying nothing about, I love this man, I respect this man means everything to me. They're fighting white supremacy to, help their man. The only thing that they have to say is, I don't want to have a white baby because I don't want to have a white male. They'll say they want big black dick, and that's about it. That's it. And it really shows the immoral level that this world has come to, where you have someone fawning over someone who is infatuated with a sexual organ, with a body part. That is sad. It's the equivalent to a woman who thinks because a man compliments her and she opens her legs that he loves her, and he's not just using her for sex. It is the other way around with men. They think these women, these white women and non-black women, have some type of feeling or care for them because they open their legs to them. And the only thing that I've heard in the few videos that I've looked at is, I want your big black dick to feel my, cause it's been stretched out already. So maybe the white guys that they are messing with, they can, because it's been stretched out already from all the, dogs and animals and horses and tree limbs and branches that, they've been filling themselves with. But that's all you can hear. It's all about sex. And I can see the dynamic of black males and white females, because they're both on that nasty, freaky sex all the time, multiple people. The only thing that they care about is their sexual organ. Person doesn't have to love them, doesn't have to care about them, doesn't have to give a damn. They just want to screw, to the detriment even of themselves. And here it says, many white girls love black men, will have mixed kids, and will tell you about it. So that means because she will have sex with him, that's love, and have mixed kids and will tell other white people that they have mixed kids, that's love and care and admiration. So many white girls want to have a black baby. Now, this whole thing about white women having black, you're not going to have black children. Black children are produced by black people, one black person and another black person. And this guy also subscribed to "You Are What Your Father Is." And when I looked in the comment section of a few of these videos, that's exactly what you see. There are some stupid ass followers of this fuckboy fantastic that feel like because their black sperm in anyone makes a black baby, as if they can't be diluted. And like I said, this situation that's going on where you have all of these black men saying and doing this, really it's a testament to the Bible. It is a testament to this being the end days, where things are going back to the way it was. Things are popping up that got us into this situation. I believe that, one of the pieces that we're missing is, how did we get in slavery to begin with? Because we know, white people, they're lazy flat asses, did not want to do any work. They use us as tools, and we know their part in it, but we don't really acknowledge the fact that there were black people who had a part in it as well. And I think what's going to really happen is everything is going to be put on the table, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I think one of the ugly things that is starting to come out is what contributed to our slavery. Because yes, there are black women who date, but not to the degree of their men. There just recently been women who were going after black men, and that only happened because way back, and this had to be 10 years ago when I first came onto YouTube, that was prevalent. What I would see is these black women bashing videos, and that was all the rage. And I would look, I was like, well, are there any black women saying anything? And I couldn't find, black women going in. I can find them now. I can find a lot of them now, but it was only in response to what was there. And like, this shows a sickness, and this is with the men. And they've been doing it for a very long time. They've been doing it even in entertainment, in their songs, rap lyrics. Talk way back in the 70s when we were fighting, during the Black Panther era, talking about black women's nappy hair. I did a video where this man said, if you want to progress, get you a white woman and have you some pretty mixed children that you can slide a comb through their hair. And then for some of these other black men to talk about black women wearing weave and not wearing their natural hair, you can't win. They're setting up here talking about having mixed children where you can slide a comb through their hair, meaning their hair is more the phenotype of the white person that they're with or the white woman that they're with, and it's not kinky coily. So that means that you don't like the natural hair growing out of our head, and you don't like the natural hair growing out of your head. And that speaks to, you have self-hate to I didn't know it was possible to have that much self-hate. That, you're talking about having mixed children so they won't have your hair and a comb can slide through their hair. That speaks more to how they feel about themselves, because you want to kill your own genetics. You want to get rid of traces of your identity, your phenotype, by getting with these women. And that's what it is. Like, it's hit an all-time low of, instead of just committing suicide or offing yourself, I'm going to breed myself out. I hate myself. I want to die. That's what this is. This is equivalent to white suicide. Because you can't sit up here and be mixed you can't sit up here and be bragging about mixed children, because you have this idea that your children are not going to look like you. They're going to have features of this other person, this person that is not of your own race. And that means that you see that as more attractive, more beautiful, which means that you don't see anything about yourself as attractive and you don't like yourself. And it's really something that Black women shouldn't be getting mad about or going in. It's really sad. That is so sad to be in that state, to knowingly seek out someone who does not look like you because you don't want your phenotype and your genes to be prevalent within your future children, your future generations. You don't want to see yourself replicated in any type of way because you don't like it. And the scapegoat, it goes back to Adam and Eve. What did Adam do? Everybody disobeyed the Most High. What did he do? He blamed the woman. What did the woman do? She blamed, passing the buck. And we're seeing the same thing right now. I date white women because white women are better. I date white women because they're more feminine. I date white women because they are good mothers. These are all excuses. And then they say I don't date Black women because they're manly, because they're ugly, because they wear weave or makeup. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. It's passing the buck on to Black women as a scapegoat to have an excuse to commit genetic suicide. You want to kill your phenotype. You want to kill every trace of Blackness out of your future generations. That's sick. That's really sick. And these men actually think that Black women are hating on them, or people are hating on them, or people are angry. The anger is coming from the disrespect. It's coming from saying Black women are manly, Black women are worse, when that's not true. And it's the insults. So if you want to throw insults, you're going to get the insults back. That's not hating. If you can't stand the heat, then get out of the kitchen. If you can't take what you're dishing out, then that makes you fuckboy fantastic. That's what that makes you. You're certified bitch made. That's where all the anger comes from, is the insults, giving out and talking about and talking down of Black women, why you are so-called so happy committing genetic suicide. So, and the majority of this has to do with this thing that they have with white men. And it's crazy because to commit genetic suicide means that you are pleasing your master. You are doing exactly what white men want you to do. They want you gone by any means necessary. And then to sit back and see you genetically committing suicide and getting rid of your melanin, getting rid of you, makes them happy. They are already worried about their numbers. They are already, they're dying out. They can't sustain their existence. They're not producing as many as that are dying, and their numbers are getting smaller and smaller. I wouldn't be surprised if they are not the minority now. Their white supremacy and their power and everything is slipping away from them, and they're going ape shit. But this, the days of trying to put this in the face, and the white women are contributing to it. They're just in their feelings, feeling so supreme, and they always have to be put on a pedestal, which the white men did this. They created this monster. If they are not constantly put on a pedestal and praised, they will go far and wide, get on their knees, open their mouth for anyone, open their legs for anyone who is willing to do that on a constant basis for them, because they need it, or else their day won't be right. They have to get compliments. They have to feel male interest, and the white men did this to them. Now, so they will participate in this niggardry and foolishness just to be put on a pedestal. That's what they're getting out of this. So, but rest assured, if white males just got triggered and went on a killing spree and started, because they're already hanging black males who are messing with white women. I saw a story of a young boy. He was hung in a playground. There's another story of there are several stories of men found hung in trees. They rule it as suicide, but there's no way you're committing suicide with your hands behind your back. It's not happening. Another man was drugged and they wanted to hang him. The tree branch broke, but they tried to drown him, but he got away. And this is what is contributing to it, because if you think white people are not, especially males, are not seeing this and it's pissing them off, this is what is getting other black men killed, like innocent black men killed, is this right here. You're Dylan Roofs, all of it. When they go on social media and they see this stuff talking about they're giving it to the white man and they're defeating the white man by putting their penis in white women, that stupid ass shit, you're rest assured some white supremacist crazy ass male is going to go into a church of innocent people and then shoot everyone who had nothing to do with it. And there's a bunch of them on Stormfront, seeing this. And, the more it's out there, the more it's prevalent. And these Negroes are sitting out here putting out tweets and Instagram posts talking about their white queen, and they want white women and walking around with these white women, impregnating these white women. And they think nothing's going to happen. They think they're going to continue to keep doing this, and there are not going to be any consequences to them doing this. People have suffered behind this. If you want to go off with your ugly ass white woman, go be with her, because that is the only thing that you can get. You can do whatever you want, but then to antagonize It's just like when I recently, spoke about the black man in the store. The white man was there antagonizing him, calling him insane. He was crazy, disrespecting that man. This is a type of antagonizing that can get people killed or harmed, because I know the mentality of white people, and especially white males. This is not hurting black women's feelings. This is not getting back at black women and white men. This is putting innocent people in danger to have their lives taken from them. And it's genetic suicide. And I'm going to click into some of these videos because you can't even really understand him, because he turns into Bojangles, basically, is what he does when, the white woman on the video starts talking, which they're not even talking to him. It's just some white women who made a video, trying to piss off their own men.
And what the fuck she saying to you white boys? Oh, man. She can't wait for what? She can't wait for you to disappear. No.
And he's so excited because one meth head looking white girl said that she can't wait for white males to disappear, which makes no sense, for the simple fact Trump was voted in by white men and white women. And white men and white women hold up the system of white supremacy. But he will take any crumbs from the table that he can get.
Fine bitches, ugly bitches, all of them from your side of the game. Oh shit. For real? Alright. The previous video, some.
And you see this common theme of these basic white women, even ugly white women, and they are proudly displaying this as if this is something to be proud of. This is sad. It's really, really, really sad that after everything that it has come to this. And the whole black love and black pride, and it's not prevalent. It's not what people make it out to be, because black males are upholding white supremacy. And it seems like the reason that they are upholding white supremacy is so they can put their penis in non-black women. That's the motivating factor here. It's just like the Moors. I'll keep saying it. Their number one thing, their number one prize, the number one favorite thing for them was to be with women who were not their own women. This was their motivating factor. And then what's crazy is these same women are trying to act like and have the traits of black women also. It's really messed up. It really is messed up what's going on. And I just wanted to take a look at some of these videos. And this one was the kicker. This is the whole thing, and it says here many girls, white girls, love black men and will have mixed. It's like I said, the only motivating factor behind this is being able to put your penis between a non-black woman's leg or white women's leg. It blows my mind. No care about your plight, no care about your situation. It's just that I want to sleep with you. And what really gets me is this whole, and I'm going to keep saying it, bed wench. Honestly, I hate that word. It doesn't make sense to me because there are not a lot of black women who are out here doing this to this level. And I will never use that word. I will never talk about anyone, any black woman who is dating outside their race. I will not talk about not one black woman, especially when the men are going this route. And they basically are pushing certain women into a corner. And they keep bringing up Serena Williams. She dated black men. Why did not one of those black men put a ring on her finger so she could have that black family? And a lot of the men who dated her, they're dating other races of women. So why are we talking about Serena following in her men's footsteps? 25% date interracially, date and marry interracially, but we want to come up with this word bed wench, and I'm really sick of that shit where, the coon word, the bed wench word, that shit is getting on my nerves because that is disrespectful to the ancestors. That's disrespectful because when a black person was labeled a coon, that was coming from the slave master. And labeling someone a bed wench, that was usually a young underage black girl being raped by the slave master. So that shit is not funny, and I'm sick of people saying it. And like I said, it will never be a part of my channel. I will never say that or call someone that because that is so disgusting. It's filthy. And you have all these so-called pro-black people running around using words that, denigrated our ancestors against each other. But yet they're so pro-black. And then you even have black men, pro-black men who are promoting this because they say you are what your father is. So you can go ahead and sleep with Becky. The child is still going to be black because the white man said so. And I listen to what my white master says. If anybody is being a bed wench, it's black men. But this is love. What she's going to say constitutes that, white women love black men.
Me. And I think that it's about time that I tell you why I don't give you the time of day. You see, the problem is...
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Is that you're a pathetic little white boy. And a girl like me deserves a big black cock.
For real?
You don't really think that pathetic little baby carrot can please me, do you? I mean, black's just so much better. It fills my tight little pussy and makes me moan and beg for more. Do you think that a white guy could do that? Fuck no. Pathetic little musculature, tiny dicks. I mean, you look like fucking little kids.
Oh, you're going ham.
Big, strong black man push me around. They're always so vascular, and their dicks are huge. They know how to be
going
real
ham
hard,
on those
push me
white
around.
boys. No.
Frankly, they can have any hole they want, can't they?
Don't hurt them
Really
like
up to
that.
me
Don't
to
hurt
take
them
what
like
they
that.
want. They deserve it. And white dick is just inferior.
And all of this coming from a Becky white person. She has to be white, and it's the truth. And he's over there, he's gone full slave. He's just he's went and found the chains and the key, and he's put his own ass back into slavery at this point.
See, the thing is that
They don't believe MBD when I tell them.
unnatural for pretty white girls to be with white men.
Real?
We need that big, thick,
They think I'm bullshit when I tell them.
the nice mahogany man.
You get really graphic with it, girl. You get really graphic.
Shoving me against a wall, bending me over,
snaps.
pulling my hair. Do you think I'd let you rough me up like that?
They're gonna hate
Or
you for
could
this.
you?
They're gonna call you all
Fuck
types
no.
of names.
You're
Slut.
pathetic.
Okay. And I can't take any more of his slave moaning or whatever the hell he is doing over there. And like I said, this video was made by this woman because she she knew she would get the support of black men. I wouldn't be surprised if black men are not sending her money and, you know, all up in GoFundMe and Patreon and all that stuff, you know. And she was just saying that to get back at some white guy who basically broke her heart or whatever he did. But here, in the comments section, you see several other fuckboy fantastics here, like this one. Date out black men, time for us to create a new race. Plus, even pro-blacks acknowledge that if a black man has a biracial child, the child will still be black and considered black, so you don't need black women to produce black children. Bye-bye, Laquita. Will you marry me, Becky? Sick-minded, disgusting piece of shit. Did tell the truth in the pro-black circuit. There are black men who call themselves pro-black, but they are with white women or non-black women. And when people follow people like this is what happens. This is what's going on. And then you have the Hebrew Israelites, the black Hebrew Israelites who are pushing, you know, the slave master's word. One drop of black blood and you are black. We don't accept you. They push the narrative of you are what your father is, which is bullshit, and it's a lie. The Bible does not support that in any type of way. If, like I said, if that is the case, then Ishmael should have been able to receive the promise, and there should have been no issue, and Sarah wouldn't have had to have Isaac at all. If you are what your father is. Now, that's the religious sector. Even within the whole Hebrew Israelite camp, they themselves speak about the white man being the most evil thing. He is the devil. He's Lucifer. He is Satan. He turns red when he's mad. They're gonna run it down to you. But you can still, you know, you are what your father is. So you can still get between some white legs, or you can get between, you know, some non-black legs, you know, even though they're so against the devil. And, you know, pro-blacks and Hebrew Israelites and others, you know, from every sector, all of these black men are pushing this. And a lot of these fuckboy fantastics who are saying, yeah, it's time to forget the black woman, don't nobody need the black woman, they're on pro-black channels calling black women bed wenches and talking about what black women shouldn't be doing and denigrating black women on pro-black channels. That's how he knows pro-black men acknowledge this, is because he's had his ass on a pro-black channel, but yet he's over here on a black woman bashing interracial dating channel. And he said it's time for us to make a new race. just stupid. A new race, where you don't exist. Because they will have this thing where the men who are biracial, they're not black, but the girls who are biracial, they're black, and they want to sleep with them. This is so nasty and sick and disgusting. I didn't know that your mind could be warped and twisted like this, but that is so disgusting. And like I said, if you want to be with Becky, all you have to do is go be with Becky. Why do black women have to be brought up in this bullshit? And I think that is what is pissing a lot of black women off. And black women need to stop being pissed off, and we just need to not support black men, period. Like, as a collective, just cut them off, cut the purse strings, because that's the only way that they're going to get the message. Since you want to be with Becky, I'm not going to have a problem with that. I'm not going to, stop you from doing anything. But what you will not get is my support. What you will not get is my money. I'm not going to support you. I'm not going to give you anything. I'm not going to give you a place to live. Mothers, sisters, cousins, just cut them off. Because it's very disrespectful. There is no way in hell I could see myself like some of the women who were in the Moors, serving the favorite. I would be arrested for murder before that happens. But, this new race is not going to include them. They are going to dilute their genetics. They think they have some type of super genetics or something. I think pro-blacks have been boosting these men's minds up to a place where they think that black people keep saying black is dominant. Melanin is, protects us. It is an amazing thing that does help us, but that does not mean that we cannot be whited out. It doesn't mean that white people's genetics cannot erase black. That's bullshit. That's a lie. But yeah, he's been in the pro-black circuit, and he thinks like this, and he thinks he's going to create a new race in him, and he's going to be a part of it, as if he's not going to have biracial girls and boys, because he's just thinking about the biracial girls that he will want to screw as well. And then here, the fuckboy fantastic of this channel, indeed, he just poisoning the minds of other people, or, just bringing the sickness out. It's a sickness. Why is the big booty bimbo on your mind when you are going interracial dating? You should be more focused on the person who you are going to be dating, instead of the black women who you obviously don't like. Why don't you just go ahead and go over there? Why do you have to talk shit about black women? That's the whole point. It is never, let me just go over here and live a happy life. It's always trying to tear down black women. It's disgusting. Agree 100%. Black men don't need black women to produce black children. Black men can produce children with women of other races and still come out black. Bye bye, black women. We black men don't need y'all no more, and we're going to Becky. Becky can have the bottom feeders. Like we said, the Beckys that pick up these black men, they are much needed within the community, because usually it's trash, and as always, the trash needs to be taken away because the stench of it. And this has nothing to do with saying, by any woman who gets with these black men, they're not gonna have, some fabulous life. I mean, basically, all you want is a penis and you want to be on government assistance at best if you don't end up homeless or have other Becky's coming knocking on the door asking where their man is at. And here it says that's downright silly. If you breed out, your son is going to breed out to go foreign black women instead, or in 3 generations your entire family will be white. That's true, because a family member of mine, he had a child with a white woman, and you can see the 3 generations. This family member maybe just a slight bit lighter than the guy over here from the Get Out movie. He had a child with a white woman, and his child is an adult now, and she has children, and those children are by a white male and they look white. You would never know that they were a part of our family because we're black, we're brown skin. It would look strange for us to be walking around with her children, but yeah, her children are white. So for the idiot who said no, they won't turn white, black genetics are strong, you're a fucking idiot. And the proof is in the pudding, which is with my family member. 3 generations? I swear it was just him. He had a half black child, and then now I think they would be only a quarter black. Yeah, they're only a quarter black, if that. Because they look white. It's blue eyes, blonde hair, straight hair, no black phenotype, nothing. And some idiots in my family, oh no, you can tell they're black. They're black. No, dumbasses. No, they're not. You want them to be. Just because they're a part of the family and they have some of our genetics, that black is gone. It's gone. Exactly. And Faith Jones here says, black men have very little wealth. Whatever you get it from the wealth of other men. Black men don't own the NFL. True. Black men don't own CNN. True. Black men don't own Nike but spend a lot of money on tennis shoes. I will never understand that. Black men don't own Ford or Chrysler. Black men as a group don't invest their money. Black men as a group don't typically have generational wealth to pass down to their children and grandchildren. Black men depend on the white man who is the father of the white woman he fetishizes. Oh, preach. For his daily crumbs. And that's exactly what I said. They are, and it is not funny. It really is. It's not funny. It's really sad. You are picking up any crumbs that fall from the table that he does not want. And here's, she continues, if the white man decides to yank your illusion of inclusion card at any moment, there is nothing you can do about it because they own the politicians, the military, and the judicial system too. Black males are powerless as a group. This is why your marriages don't tend to last with anybody. Women respect power. White women fetishize being with you. But when they get with you and discover how economically weak you are as men, they bounce. Fact check that. Everything she said is on point. And then he says, then why do you still like black men? Because no one else want you. So stop trolling. We heard your BS channel. Let us enjoy this. Let us enjoy this. But oh no, let a black woman, be with a white man or a non-black man, and she's every bed wench in the world. She's a bitch, she's a slut, she's a whore. And I've been trolled as well. Even when I said when I had dated, someone outside of my race, I got called all these names. But oh no, you leave me alone. Let me enjoy this. This is what it's come to. Some guy, they want to pay some man to give them the illusion that they have some type of power because they are that defeated. And that's why I said this is not to... it's sad. It's sad. And black women shouldn't get mad about this. They should pity this because it's bad. This statement right here says a lot. Nobody is trolling. She just told the truth and it just hit him real hard. Let us enjoy this. That's all they can do is sit up there and talk shit on a video and pretend like their fantasy world is true. Let us enjoy this bullshit ass fantasy. Yeah, we are economically weak, but the average black woman's net worth is $5. Get the F out of here with that BS. Yeah, and that's why, when black men do something stupid, they're always pandering to black women. And then that's why black women were blamed for the demise of Nate Parker, because black men couldn't just get all their money together and go support this black man and his movie, which they felt like, he was married to a white woman. We were supposed to overlook all of that and all of the bullshit that happened before and go and support and give the money to him and his white woman. We were supposed to open our pocketbooks, and we're the ones who got blamed for the movie failing, but we don't have anything. Bullshit. It's time to move on from this self-hating, destructive black woman. You must learn to ignore them, the damage they have done. Nobody's done shit to them. Black women haven't done anything to them. The way I see it is black men and their fuckboy fantastic attitude where they've got to put their penis in everything and they don't even see the danger in it, or that it could get people killed, and that I believe that's one of the major things that got us pulled into slavery. Everybody noticed that, you can neutralize these Negroes with, some white pussy or some, any other woman's crotch. You can just expose it to them and they are neutralized. That's their damn kryptonite. And they can do whatever the hell they want. They can enslave you. They can beat you for fun. They can do whatever the hell they want to. All they have to do is put some non-black crouch in a black man's face, and they're done for. They're weak. And they'll get their system supported. Move on and all this other stuff. Move on then. If you want to move on, move on. They're not going to do anything, but like I said, I've been seeing these relationships all my life. Even going back when I was a teenager with my first job, I worked in a grocery store. What did I see coming in there? When I would see interracial couples as far as black men and white women paying for their shit. Oh, baby, no, go get another pack of cigarettes. No, go get another beer. Go get what you need, what you want. And she's got her credit card out swiping away. That's what I would see. And then on the other side, I've seen some black women do it too. Buying Negroes. They are so used to being taken care of. They don't know what it is to be a man. They think they want patriarchy, but they don't want the responsibility of it. They don't want to have to stand up to the plate. And before somebody starts talking shit, it's not all black men. So if you don't fall into the category, fall the fuck back. Please. I hate the whining and the crying of it's not me or it's not the majority. It's a lot of you loudmouth MFers that are out here, spewing this black woman bashing bullshit. And like I said, I don't fault other black women for going after these black men in that way, or talking about black men in this way, after all of the bullshit that we've been through, after chattel slavery, after Jim Crow, after, just fighting. Not only did we have to fight all other races, not only did we have to fight the white man to keep him from raping us, not only do we have to fight these Becky bitches to, keep our identity. We have to fight the Negroes too, who are willing to give anything and everything to Ken and Becky. And I had one more that I wanted to take a look at, and then he's talking about rest in peace. This fuckboy really cannot stop talking about black women. Like I said, some black woman really hurt his heart. Rest in peace, black bees. White women are better. Hashtag whatever the fuck that dumb shit is. But here, this is a troll channel, because you can tell there's no subscriber, there's no video, nothing. I can't say white women are better, but I can say most black women ain't shit. So, this is a troll. And this is what gives them the boldness to say what they say. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's not a white woman. This is a white woman. And somebody is like, what the F? What is his problem? And this says, these nigga bombs just mad because black women don't want their lame broke asses. The only white chicks they get are the castaways, and they partying like they winning. Meanwhile, over at CNN Money, they are clowning all of us, touting how wealthy their group is over all the other groups. Black males stay taking L's. And it's true. It is true, because their wealth is coming from black people, and black people don't have a network to really build. And there are quite a few black people who are trying to connect right now, which is a good thing. And a lot of black people who are, trying to set some things up. But for the most part, yeah, a lot of these bum dust bunny certified bitch made niggas are taking a lot of L's, and these L's are falling. It's falling like rain on them, and some of these L's are hitting, innocent people who have nothing to do with it, though. There was another one here where it was a black man calling and here we go, the nerve to be on this channel and saying the word wench. Really? To sit up here and call somebody a black wench or a bed wench here on this channel. And there was another black guy on here talking about, calling black women gorillas. And then this person is setting up here saying, the fantasy field mind of mentally ill black women, repeating the lie the only white women black men can get is ones that white men don't want. Well, let's go take a look at Stormfront here, the mecca of white supremacy. And here is Irish Brit Chick 92, which I'm on Stormfront, which is a white supremacist website that has a lot of degenerate, idiotic, dumb shit. I mean, if you want to see the level of IQ that they have, just come here to Stormfront and take a look at the stupidity and the ignorance they are the bottom feeders and the lowest of the low white supremacists. But she said a lot of people claim this is rampant, and well, the topic was fed up of seeing good looking white women dating black and Asians. And I'm thinking men. A lot of people claim this is rampant, and it probably is in some places, but I personally not seeing much race mixing between good looking or educated white women and black men. And yes, I am from a so-called multicultural hotspot in the UK. In my experience, it's mainly trashy white women, as in borderline obese, morbidly obese, or on benefits, or druggies, or alkies, alcoholics, maybe, from sink estates who have black boyfriends or mixed race kids. I see more good looking white women with more desirable mixed race men, but that's still dating outside of pure white. Why she is talking shit, but that doesn't make whatever. But that's about it. Usually the most attractive white women have white boyfriends or husbands. Usually the majority of people date within their own race. Basically, that's what that is. From what I know, black men aren't generally even attracted attracted to, or the IQ is strong here. The Eurocentric idea, which is slim. They are into plump women, which is the African ideal. That's why fat white women have no trouble getting black boyfriends. That is despite all of the media garbage and pornos that is black men, white women. If anything, I think it's Asian men, mostly Indian and Muslim types in the UK. This is when it starts getting, remedial. Who leers over all and any white women, which is a big problem. I've heard a lot of whining from these types over why they can't attract white women. It's like a creepy obsession. That's why the scum rape thousands of underage white girls and she gives a list of where she's heard this from. Bullshit. Nobody's raping white women. Let's be real about this. No, it's not happening. I see it here. They are approaching Asian men, Indian men, Muslim men, any man but their own men, on their knees, mouth open, ready to bust it wide open for anybody who is willing to have degenerate sex with them. That's what they're doing. Nobody has to rape a white woman. Damn, I have heard this from their own men mouth. And a lot of these men are freaking delusional. The white men. Nobody is raping white women. It's not necessary. It's really not necessary. Because here in the US alone, if you look at the majority of the people who are committing rapes, which, you know what, I can bring it up. And when you look, and this is for arrest, which this number is off, because the actual people who are committing the crimes, when you have white people who commit crimes, they are not arrested for these crimes, or it's dropped to a lower charge. Which here it says the total amount of crime here for arrest, 8 million. The majority, 5 million, white. The other don't even equal to half. So white people are committing all of the crimes. Let's take a look at rape. Here we go. Oh wow, look at this. White and this is black. We're going to keep it white and black because, you know, nobody really cares about that. Their numbers are always so low, but let's keep this in a black and white perspective. Is more than double here for white as far as rape. And, you know, as far as stealing things, you know, theft, you know, how we, you know, like to commit crimes. We like to steal stuff that is not ours. Definitely. Is this triple? A little more than 3 times the amount of black? Let me put it up here so they want, because this is white, this is black. If you go down a rate, it's more than double. Taking things that are not yours, about triple. Stealing cars, setting shit on fire, violent crimes, taking property, taking shit that's not theirs, aggravated assault, burglary. Is that 3 times? It's 2 times or 3 times the rate of blacks. And let's see. Prostitution. But they have their moral, they are morality. Offenses against family and children. This is them, you know, probably beating the shit out of their children, raping their, you know, children, you know, beating the wife at double, you know. Just, you know, white on white crime right here. Driving under the influence right here. Look at this. Look at this. Drunk driving. Look. 6 times the... Wow. But we're the criminals. Drunkenness, disorderly conduct, vagrancy. Just, yeah. And there's another one here with degenerate sex and pedophilia. No, those numbers are through the roof. Sex offenses other than rape and prostitution. Look at that. This is more than triple. More than triple. So these are your pedophiles. Yeah. Exactly. But we're the animals. But anyway, going back to, you know, she just basically, some of the stuff in here was definitely true about the type of white women that, you know, black men are putting on a pedestal. But the rest of this is bullshit because these women are not being raped. White women are not being raped. They always try and put that girl bullshit on there so you can think of a little child. No, these grown-ass women are down for some of the nastiest, freakiest shit. And their men are mad and they can't get them under control. You know, they made them like this. They're going to go where they are constantly put on a pedestal. And and this is what this Negro does, you know, to his genetic detriment. And there's a lot of fuckboys out there who is following his lead. I mean, and he, you know, it's not even focusing on, you know, the women that he so-called loves. He's all talking about trying to reference black women. And this is disgusting. Justin Bieber hates seeing Selena Gomez for getting some hard black thing. I mean, everything is focused on the penis. It is absolutely disgusting. And it's here, racist white men and racist black women bent on stopping black men from white and non-black girls. Actually, what it is, black women are not going to be supporting fuckboy fantastics anymore financially. That's one thing that we're not going to be doing. And the white man, this is basically his patriarchy, his time, his world. And if you think that, you know, after you've taken out all the trash and you think you're going to run rampant and just, you know, run amok and he's not going to check your black ass, you are sadly mistaken. And he will continue to put a rope around your neck and hang you in a tree, and you will be strange fruit on display, and he will continue to do that quietly and call it suicide. He will continue to, and we're talking about these police officers being overly aggressive. You know, they're overly aggressive because of the taunting and the constant, you know, taunting by black men. And then they are getting other black men killed who are not doing that, because all these psycho white supremacist males can see is black, and then they go ape shit. And then interracial Hollywood and how racists are trying to fight it. Really? And here, black men, white, Asian, and Latin women are a better investment. If they were a better investment, why is your black ass still at the bottom of the barrel? That's what I want to know. I mean, we should see this explosion of black-owned businesses. We should see this explosion of towns with mixed children, white women, Asian women, Latin women, and it should be just a utopia. Why are we not seeing, you know, well, it should be just millions of black men with wealth and money, and we're talking generational wealth that they are going to pass down to their children, just winning. I should see W's everywhere. Where are these towns? Where are the examples? They think they are winning by getting some pink pussy. That's basically what it is. That's winning to them. My God. And they can only harp on what weave. That's all they can do. And then have the nerve to talk about, why the fuck do you care about black women and who they date when you said you're moving on to white, Asian, and, you know, Latina women? And here, Brother Polite versus Tommy Shea Butter Moisture. Are black people genetically made to hate? Are mixed people black? Give those hotep and simps a chance. So you're a simp if you want to be with a black woman. This is absolutely disgusting, and I didn't know it was going to go that way because one would think that more women who are more emotional could be more susceptible to the indoctrination. But I guess I was wrong, and I can admit when I'm wrong about something, because I would have thought more women would be inclined to, you know, maybe leave black men because they are more emotional driven and they could be manipulated. But no, it looks like the weaker sex is really looking like black males. Here, Ice-T Trick Daddy tell the truth about white women and Asian, and that's supposed to be a compliment. The Trick Daddy was saying white hoes and Latina hoes, they looking good. You're proud to be called a hoe, and then on the flip side, Ice-T, you know, you're willing to be a doormat so I can wipe my feet on. And it's this whole competition with white men. Black males cannot have a competition because they have no economic standing. They can't compete. You have to be on the same level. to actually compete with someone. And look at this, Neanderthal genes. I would rather be with a cave woman than that is so, oh wow, so disgusting. Now, here, black men freedom is not free conquest for that exotic booty. Oh, this is insane. I didn't know that this is what it was. It's all about putting your penis in, in other. Wow. That's freedom. I guess they feel like they found freedom because they can be with, Becky. Wow. They hate you because they can't get white women or Asian women. Who is they? White men? White men make white women. I don't understand it. And he puts the pictures of white women up there with all the weave, the tanner, and everything else, and then he's talking about black women. And then check this out. Look at the swimsuit and the colors. Anybody who, yeah, okay. And black women are hating, and black women are jealous, and oh, come on. Okay, but you basically see the nonsense and the low self-esteem, the degeneracy, and how bad it is getting. But yeah, I just wanted to just look at the mindset and the mentality of this fuckboy fantastic, because it is, in my opinion, is really sad at this point, because beyond the titles of the videos and the remedial actions in the video and the stupidity of these videos, behind it there is a meaning behind it, and it's cruel, it's and it comes from a certain place, and that place is self-hate. Because if you really like yourself, you would want to replicate your phenotype. You really would. And on the flip side of that, if you were happy with someone of another race, you would be focused all in on that person. You would be focused all in on that relationship. All you want to do is have a good foundation for a good family structure, all of that. That's what you would be focused on 100%. You would be letting men know how to treat women, whatever woman they get with, and how to have a good family, have a good life, be successful, try and start businesses to support the family and the wife and to pass down generational wealth. You would be doing that. But no, you're on here throwing, pictures of white women in black women's face because you want black women to come to the channel, and to, even if they're ranting and raving, that's still attention from black women. And then two, it's really, 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 really sad to see someone who is committing genetic genocide. They're committing genetic suicide is what it is, because this has nothing to do with black women at the end of the day. With a lot of these fuckboy fantastic men, they hate themselves. They hate what they look like. They hate that they're black. They hate their phenotype, and they do not want to replicate it. And for all of the excuses and the finger pointing that they do at black women, it has nothing to do with weave. It has nothing to do with makeup. Everybody, all different types of girl. If weave and makeup was so was so much of a problem, he would not have a picture of Kylie Jenner here, who has had plastic surgery on her body and her lips. She is wearing a hairstyle that has nothing to do with white, and she has extensions in her hair. So, she is the white woman who is the exact thing that they say they don't like in black women. Women shouldn't be wearing, extensions in their hair, even though they want, mixed race babies with hair they can slide a comb through, which is something that they say, but they'll get on a woman about wearing weave or something that's not the natural texture of her hair, and they'll get on her for wearing makeup and everything else, and calling black women gorillas and all this, this white supremacist, like, is bred into them and indoctrinated into them to continue the terrorism that, white supremacists started. Now they are picking up, where they left off, calling women gorillas, apes, and black bitches and whales, and calling them, all types of things, and a lot of it is race based. So that tells you it's not about what they're throwing out there. They're screaming black women loud. It's always all on here. This is all you see. Black women, you are getting replaced. Black women. It's just black women, black women, black women. That's all you see in here. But, with those flashing lights, that's what they want you to focus on. But that has nothing to do with the real problem. The real problem is they hate themselves. They hate what they get up and see in the morning every day in the mirror. They hate how they are treated in society. They hate themselves and they want to kill themselves. They are not willing to commit suicide. Some of them do, but it's not as prevalent as, when white people do it, because they are the majority who commit suicide. What they will do is they will go ahead and commit genetic suicide. They will have children that don't look like them. That is the farthest thing from them. They are happy when they see, these little mixed race babies that they don't look like them. So it makes them feel better. They have accomplished that suicide that they want. They will never have to see them again they don't have to look themselves in the eyes through their children. And there's other men with that same problem, and they want to commit suicide. And what better way than to just cut off your lineage and your legacy and your generations? So I know this has been a long one, but I will leave it here. Let me know what you think. Let me know if any other fuckboy fantastics you know of. I will leave it here, and drop a comment below and let me know what you think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? And I will see you next time.